show with Regina Dorcas. Whatever it takes, you can fix it.
Hello and welcome to another wonderful and exciting episode of Spicy Marriage Show, where we educate and talk relationship and marriage. And I am Regina Dorcas. Happy New Year, happy new decade, and happy prosperous 2020. I want to use this opportunity to say thank you so much to my esteemed and wonderful viewers that has kept me going on TV. Thank you so much. Your text messages, your calls, your emails, above all, your WhatsApp messages that have really been bombarding me has really kept me going. Thank you so much. I am really grateful and I'm thankful to all of you, and I believe you will still be there for me in this new decade, which is the 2020. Also, last year we talked about a lot of topics. We talked about the likes of why do women cheat, why do men cheat, what are those things that can put you right in your relationship. We also talked about domestic violence. We talked about self-defense. What are those things you can use to make your relationship a better one? In 2019, a lot of people complained that 2019 was not really a good year for them. It was not a balanced year, like they didn't really get all they wanted. But above all, it is said that at the end of every tunnel, there's always a lamplight, which we did really celebrated 2019 in grand style. 2019 came with all the baggages, but above all, we are happy today that we are in a new decade, we are in a new era, we are going to be celebrating all the way. And above all, I would use this opportunity also to say that please don't make the mistake of writing 20 when you're writing a date. Make sure you make it complete to 2020, because once you make the mistake to write 20, you really make a very big blunder, because someone can really alter that date. So we're going to have a preview of what we had last year, the little we did last year, and also how we shot ourselves into 2020. We'll be right back.
A lot of Nigerian couples, I'm going to use both men and women this time, do not really know what marriage is all about. Why do women cheat? A very technical and controversial question.
Yeah.
Women are now playing the role of men in marriages. By that I mean, some women are just burdened with too much load, and they were not designed to be those kind of people. Women are supposed to be homemakers, which means the way God designed the original plan, the man goes to till the soil. He brings back produce. He brings back returns. And then this woman translates these returns into functional things in the home.
In the last 20 years in Nigeria, we've not actually examined the problem of the male child. There's been a demographic shift from women. While growing up in Nigeria, women were never security guards.
Okay.
Women were never mechanics, women were never drivers. Okay. But in this century, in this decade, women have taken over the work for the men. So while we're advocating for women,
well, what do you think? Why has it changed?
No, I'm coming to that.
So
I'm coming to that. While we're advocating for women, we forgot about the male child.
Okay.
Women pushed themselves because it was believed that they are less privileged than men.
Okay.
So women have pushed themselves. Women, I can tell you, if you take a data collation of men doing well as to women doing well, you see that there are more women, do you understand, taking over breadwinner positions in their family.
Okay.
And because men have been neglected over time.
You think so?
I will tell you this because I talk to young men having work.
How? Because if you say men are the ones that has been the king of the jungle, if I have to use that word.
I said perceived.
Okay, perceived. Okay,
yes.
okay. But that is what is happening in our African culture.
No, you see, the African culture states this.
That men are the...
It is believed that men are the breadwinners of the family. But I'm saying in the last decade, there's been a paradigm shift. We have women who've assumed breadwinner statuses.
Okay.
Because the women have pushed, they've got to a point where they are going all out now.
Okay.
And while women are going all out, the men are retarding back.
Why?
No, but in society.
What you know you are not going to taste, what you know you're not going to eat, there is no need for you tasting it or smelling it.
A lot of marriages out here and out there are for the wrong reason.
What hurts people is when they have committed themselves sexually or financially.
Okay.
That's when they feel heartbroken that, okay, it didn't work for these 6 months, these 3 months, now I'm so heartbroken and I can't, this guy have cheated me or he has broken my heart. But when there is no sex, waiting well, when you wait and decide to wait for the right purpose, for the right reason, you will never go wrong. But when you marry for the right reason, you get to enjoy it to the fullest, that there is no regret.
There's no regret.
And when you marry for the right reason, that's where love and affection comes in. That's where you, after all, you know why people say congratulations in marriage when people get married? It's because of all the whole girls, you decide to pick this one. And of all the whole guys, you decide to pick this guy. That's why at the end they come, they say congratulations.
You're able to make it.
Why you see some men cheating? They can't control themselves. They don't respect themselves. They don't respect their marriage and their relationship. If you do, you won't cheat. You will see everything you need in one person.
There's something you just said now about men cheating. Can we just talk like in 2 minutes? Can we just talk about men a little bit? Like, why do these men really cheat? Is it because of us, the women? Is it because we're not doing the right thing?
I won't 100% agree on that. Okay, my reason is this.
Okay.
My reason is this. Okay, like I met a newly married couple and I sat the girl down. I went to her house. I saw the way she was dressing. And I said, "You are newly married. You don't need to be dressing like this. Men want to see a lot of things. You have to shop from your underwear. You understand? You have to look good from your underwear out."
Somebody is making her face.
Because I really don't think, though it helps, but I'm not 100% sure.
You don't 100% agree to that?
Yes,
I'm not done with my points yet. Anyway.
Sorry, but I still believe it will not stop a man from cheating.
No, not that. There are so
Where
many
are
reasons.
the bomb shots in the
It's
world?
not the bomb shot. It's cooking comes in. There are people who go to cheat because their wife does not. Exactly, their wife does not cook well.
What about those men that their wife meets all these standards? They dress well, they cook well.
Good.
That
That's
is
the
when
point.
that
That's
is when the
question.
discussion now comes in. Let's sit. Let's talk, Mr. Man. Where is the fault? That is where self-respect comes in and self-control. If this woman is qualified with all these qualities, she has all these qualities, and you are still cheating, that is when we need to sit and talk. You don't control yourself.
Problem.
This thing keeps beeping out there. The Bluetooth is still searching out there because you don't control yourself.
Marriage is a complex thing, or relationship as it were. And for two people to come together, to be married in a relationship, is an awesome step. First, cheating comes into play in a marriage. Know when you are a boyfriend or a girlfriend. When it has to do with the concept of marriage or cheating as it were. So, if we look at it from the context of marriage, cheating is simply defraud. What you're doing is defrauding your partner. Because if we have the understanding of what fraud is all about, or what relationship is all about, when you put them in context, you put them by the side, you find out that cheating your spouse is actually cheating yourself.
So I just like, there's just ladies that are very, very busy. Some of them, you heard they are traveling to Dubai, the next season they are traveling to London. They are just so busy trying to meet up one contract or the other. At the end of the day, we are the ones suffering the casualty because they will come to us like something is wrong. You need to pray for them to have a home. So, and we have to finish all the whole anointing oil and nothing happened. The point is that they are not really being positioned. They are not like the fig tree. If the fig tree was in a hidden place, Jesus wouldn't have seen it. So they just had to be at the come down from their high horses, leave your high shoe, just leave your AC room, just step down a little on where people. In Genesis 24, verse 64, the Bible said that when Rebecca saw Isaac was coming, she already knew that the servant is taking her to the husband. So when he saw the man, he perceived that this is the man. So what Rebecca did was to step down from her high horses. The Bible says she jumped down from the horses. Then she began to walk to meet the man. Now the situation there is as if she has been at the horse, on top of the horse. If the man has come meeting her at the horse, she would have been higher than the man. So the man would have been under her. That's one significance that happened there. So for her coming down from the horse, it simply means she stepped down to become under the man as the woman she is and the woman she's supposed to be. And that same thing happened most of the time with ladies. For example, when I met my husband, it was like my car was bigger than my husband's car. So what I had to do was for me to step down. I knew he may feel intimidated, so I looked for my smallest car, the smallest car. Then I was using the smallest one. Then I keep that one. I allow him to find a balance in me first before I begin to show him the situation.
You're trying to say now he's a supporting husband.
He's a very supporting husband.
Okay, now.
Because like what I'm saying, but there's a person that come out of the 12, I was trying to run tests. You know, there's the one that came as soon as he see my car, he went to internet to check the price of the car. And when he checked the price of the car, the next thing he told me was that you got to go and sell it. That one I knew that even though I come down to lie on the floor, that it won't even make any sense.
To spell it out. If you are going into a relationship, make sure you know the person you are going to have that relationship with. Your expectation should not be based on material things or based on hearsay. I heard he's rich, I heard this, I heard that. When you get there and those things, you can't find them. You know?
Imagine a woman, for instance, with body odor.
Okay.
It's a turn off.
Okay.
It's a turn off. Because you see, for men, it's more of what they see, what they feel. Unlike for women, what they feel inside. I'll put it this way. Men kind of internalize stuff while women kind of externalize it.
Okay, with what you just said now, it's a turn off if a woman is dirty. It's a turn off if they have body odor. It's a turn off
if she doesn't even know how to have sex with sex.
if she doesn't even know how to have sex. Now that's for a woman. What if a man doesn't know how to give a woman sex? What if the man has body odor? What if the man has mouth odor? Does it mean that the woman in the relationship should go out?
Yeah, as a responsible man, if your wife, if you notice any change, for instance, you married a very clean wife, and along the line, your wife begins to look dirty. You are the husband, you can as well help the wife. People take their wife as girlfriend.
And take their girlfriend.
Now, this at the beginning, for instance, as a young person, when you see you have seen a lot of girls and you didn't fall for them. All of a sudden, you see a particular woman that is you see as outstanding out of all these girls, and you go into relationship with this woman as your girlfriend. And at the end of the day, you abuse the whole thing, and you leave. Then later, you begin to look for a wife, and you see a woman based on physical beauty and the rest. You jump into that and marry. Tomorrow, if you see that first lady, even when she's married and you're married, you see that you begin to feel heartbeat. That is to tell you that maybe you have lost your wife. And that's why so many people find it difficult to locate their wife after they have messed up. Why people abuse marriage, you think it's about boyfriend and girlfriend, and you jump into that. At the end of the day, you see the way they jump into that is the way they jump out.
So a lot of women, they are not patient. Just like you're talking about men not being able to take care of their husband. Sometimes it's patient because they're actually really working to make some things happen at home. But if it doesn't happen, please be patient for your husband. And husbands, try to understand that we are women. You have to be really patient to be with us.
there's been too many programs focused on advancing women that we've totally forgotten about the young men out there who's advancing their cause. There's a better life development program for rural women. There's a better life development program for schoolgirls. There's a capacity building program for market women.
But none for the men.
Who's talking about them?
The families are the building block of every society. What is happening in our society today? If we keep talking like this and making people understand what marriage is, what family is, I think we will end up building and having a better future. This is Spice the Marriage Show, and I am Regina Dokpesi. Like I will always say, if you have any question or any contribution on our topics, please feel free to send us a text on any of the numbers scrolling on your screen, or follow us on all our social media platforms. But Spice will always say, whatever it takes in your relationship, you alone can fix it.
John, 2019 has been a fantastic year for me. I started my business 2 years ago. I do gifts. You know, my business is Trunk of Gifts by Millie John. So I started a gifts company. The last decade has been fantastic for me. I mean, I can't complain, but I look forward to an even better decade ahead, 2020 especially. For me, it's a year of completion of what God has started in my life. It's a year of upliftment, a year of marriage. I mean, this is Spice the Marriage Show, right? So yeah, I do want to settle down and start my own family. So yeah, I thank God for everything.
Well, 2019 or the past decade has been an exciting period because there were a lot of ups and downs, you know, service to the nation, retirement, and a host of other things. So I'll say it has its own challenges and its own, maybe let's say, beauty too.
So what can you say about the number 2020? 2020, perfection, outstanding blessings. 2020, 20 for me. When I say 2020 vision, everything is laser focused. It's just the way it's supposed to be. So yeah, that's 2020. That's what it means for me.
Yes, 2020, as it signifies, it's a clear vision. So I'm expecting better things, more fruitful achievements in the country. So yeah, 20 and 20, which we have been looking forward to. So we're getting close to the 2020. By some few hours, or in some few hours, we'll get to the 2020. So I know I'm expecting better things and better improvement in the country too.
Well, 2019 has been a very wonderful year. I mean, it has been a fruitful year for both for me and the ministry at large. Talking to young people, you know, we're able to reach out to a lot of young people to find out what their dreams and aspiration is. It has been a wonderful year, both for the country, to me, to say, both in the business, it has been a wonderful year. Wow. I think we're celebrating another decade. I mean, I'm so glad I'm alive to celebrate on that decade, and 2020 is something, the number is so unique. 2020, we can make $20 billion, we can make 20 billion naira, we can meet people in a 2020 platform. I believe 2020 is good, and that's what.
Alright, welcome back. It's still Spice the Marriage Show. That's the little way we celebrated our Christmas, and those are the little things we did last year, which, no, though we cannot show everything, but that is a brief of what we did last year. Let's fall back to Spice Marriage Show. In Spice Marriage Show, you know, we always talk about relationship, how to keep your relationship, those things that matters in a relationship, how to make you happy. But there's something I really want us to take note this year, which we didn't really talk about it last year, which is real love will find you when you're ready for it. Real love will find you when you understand that you don't search for love from others, but find it in yourself first. We all deserve to be loved. And the first step on the journey to find real love is to love yourself first. You will need to do the work rather than waiting for someone else to come along and fix you. Now is the time to let go of those habits that have been hurting you and also holding you back from a true partnership built on love and respect. If you are always asking, will I ever find true love? You need to stop doing these 5 things.
Number 1, you have to stop looking for others to love you and instead love yourself first. In the search for real love, the very first step must be loving oneself first. If you don't love the special being that you are, how can you expect anyone else to? If you are looking for a true partner to share your life with, someone who will walk with you and encourage you to live your best life, you have to treat yourself that way first. When you find yourself frustrated in your search for a loving and respectful partner, take a step back to examine how you honestly feel and treat yourself. Take a close look at your self-talk and begin to shut down the negativity that we can often inflict on ourselves. When you aren't at peace with who you are and you are constantly waiting for someone to fix you, you will likely attract toxic people who are looking for someone to take advantage of. Don't fall into this trap. Take the time to do the difficult self-work that makes you an attractive partner and will help you to attract loving and respectful people into your life. When you want someone else to do the heavy lifting for you, you will likely be disappointed with the caliber of people who enter your life. When you know that you are a whole and complete person who is looking for a partner rather than a savior, you are opening yourself up to attracting like-minded people who are also seeking someone to walk the journey of life with. Number 2, stop wearing masks and trying to appear perfect. Be yourself. The most common mistake people make when looking for a real connection is inauthenticity. True love will never find you if you aren't ready to reveal your true self. If you want someone to love you despite your faults, you must be ready to do the same for them. False advertising has never been higher. Tinder, Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram are all, at times, authenticity killers. People seem more obsessed with appearing perfect than ever before. If you want love, be yourself. Your raw, true, authentic self, flaws and all. Learn to love who you are and stop hiding it from the world. One day, someone will fall for who you are, not how you wish to be perceived. If you're always wearing a mask, covering up your real self, how could anyone ever love you for who you are? Real love can only come to those who are real themselves. Remember, the right person is always waiting for you to reveal your real self. All the wrong people will always be available for the mask to you. Most people don't learn this until much later in life. So start expressing your true character today because you never know who's watching. Number 3, stop expecting someone to be something you are not giving back. This is the concept of the mirror. Most people aren't actively looking for someone who is negative, pessimistic, lazy, or uninspiring. You set the standard for the type of person you want in your life. If you want a particular type of person, you must mirror that quality. If you want someone fit and healthy, you must be a mirror of that person. You want someone who always sees the positive in every situation? Mirror that mindset with your own outlook. If you want someone with drive and ambition, ask yourself if you possess those characteristics. Like attracts like. Mirror the person you want and that connection will happen much more naturally. Finding genuine happiness within yourself is one of the most important steps to making a genuine connection with someone else. Number 4, stop hiding. Nothing will come to you in this life if you are hiding from it. Nothing will come if you are running scared. If you want something, you're going to have to be brave and put yourself out there. If you don't put yourself out there, no one will ever be able to find you. Sure, this won't work for every time, but it will never work if you never put yourself out there. Become someone capable of loving and being loved. Self-worth. The stories you tell yourself become your reality. So do that work on yourself, the real deep self-work that creates a better you. Because the better you feel about you, the better you are going to show up in the world. The better you show up, the better your relationships. Number 5, stop holding on to comfortable habits that are holding you back. There are a lot of habits that you know don't serve you well, but you've become comfortable with the perceived protection that they offer. Habits that you know aren't helpful in your quest to find true love, but you may be reluctant to give them up. If you want to find love, you have to make sacrifices. If this is your situation, remember that life's greatest growth comes when you leave your comfort zone. Don't let feeling comfortable and safe hold you back from a full and vibrant life that can lead to the love of your life. Opening yourself up and allowing emotional vulnerability is an essential part of finding true love. Let go of the defense mechanisms and withdraw strategies that have kept you from getting hurt and also hold you back from finding love. Do you recognize yourself in some of these 5 things to stop doing if you want to find love? If you do, it's time to get down to the hard work that is necessary to get you to a place where you can attract true love. Yes, it may be scary to let go of these behaviors and mindsets that have protected you from emotional hurt, but if you truly want to find love, you really have no choice. Let your light shine brightly. Bravely be yourself, and like moths to a flame, you will attract the right people. Make sure you mirror the characteristics you find important, and you will find love. And never forget, no one will love you until you love yourself.
All right, thank you so much for staying tuned at this hour and time to watch Spice the Marriage Show. It was very beautiful and wonderful hanging out with you, my first episode of 2020. Thank you so much for being here with me. I'll always say, if you have any question or any contribution on any of our topics, even the past topics or the ones we are going to be doing, please feel free to send us your text messages, your emails, your calls. We are here to talk to you anytime, any day. We've come to the end of today's episode. Please always keep a date with us every Thursday, 11 p.m. and Saturday, 3:30 p.m. on AIT. Thank you so much, and I'm still your host, Regina Zolfasi. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.
Spice the Marriage Show with Regina Zolfasi. Whatever it takes, you can fix it.